A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. Here are the latest sporting headlines that's doing the rounds this Sunday, and it is Super Sunday in more ways than one because you've got five games, five cricket games. Why? What are the five cricket games? India versus Pakistan, Women's Emerging Asia Cup. That's going to be played in Bangkok from 12:30 onwards. That's one. Second, India versus Australia, the women's T20 match that's going to take place in Sydney. Then you have West Indies versus Nepal, USA versus Namibia, and people who have been anticipating this clash all along, India versus Pakistan. Now, all attention will be on the India versus Pakistan encounter that takes place because after all the drama, after all the politicking, it's finally here. And the build-up has been not that spicy. It has been all about psychological warfare. We have Usman Tariq, but India says we have Varun Chakravarti. Abhishek Sharma is a slogger, but Harbhajan Singh, that's what Mohammad Amir mentioned. But Harbhajan Singh said Abhishek Sharma is going to haunt Pakistan. The playing 11 by all certainty at this point is Abhishek Sharma is back. Sanju is out. Abhishek Sharma. Then looking at it, it is going to be Ishan Kishan, Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Rinku Singh, Shivam Dube, Aksar Patel, Varun Chakravarti, Jasprit Bumrah, and if the pitch is going to be slightly slower, could get in a Kuldeep. But if you don't want Kuldeep, you want Arshdeep and Bumrah, remove Rinku, get in a Washington Sundar. But at this point in time, the India versus Pakistan pitch is going to be a used pitch. Because on that same pitch, it was Zimbabwe versus Australia. Now, whether that will assist the spinners a lot more, that we have to wait and watch. But it is very interesting and important to know that what happened in the day game about a couple of days ago might necessarily not be the same in this particular bit. Might not be the same in the night game against India and Pakistan. Now, as far as the weather is concerned, so far the live update from Colombo is no rain for the time being. There was rain predicted at 10 o'clock, but it's not raining. It is cloudy though. It is very cloudy in Colombo. However, there is a spell of rain expected from afternoon onwards. But the weather reports state that there is no rain threat in the night. So that is why now you will see that there is no weather menace for the India-Pakistan game. You will see a full game. You might see a truncated start. You might see a late start slightly. But I don't think there will be a rain threat for the match. So you will see a full 40-over encounter. So there is no problem with that. And anyway, the threat is 76%. If 76% means some parts of Colombo might not get rain. Maybe the Premadasa might not get rain, but it is bang in the middle of the city. So that's why it is very difficult to escape that. So used pitch is going to be the dynamics. And if it's a used pitch, it's a toss-up between Washi and Kuldeep. If that is the case, then Arshdeep or Rinku Singh are the chopping block at this point in time. Now, apart from this, Jay Shah and Mohsin Naqvi are also going to be in attendance for this game. And look at how brazenly open the BCCI are and ICC are when it comes to the unfairness part. There is going to be a special performance by Hanuman Kind today, 6 p.m. 7 p.m. onwards, the match is going to take. 6:30 p.m. the toss will happen. Only for this particular game, there is this kind of arrangements. Why can't you do it in any other game? Why only an India-Pakistan encounter? Which is why it forces me to say this, but this is a rigged tournament. It's a rigged competition. Because you are making all these arrangements, you're going all the way behind the scenes to ensure that this match happens. The ICC is urged to find a middle ground for this. El Clásico. It's not El Clásico, it is El Clásico. Which is why cash only dominates, money only dominates all this. It's 2,000 plus crores. That is the rate of an India-Pakistan encounter. Hotels, flights, tickets have all quintupled. Advertising slots have increased 20-fold the rate. 30-second slots are going to be far, far more. If this is not blatant crony capitalism, then what is? I don't know. But this is crony capitalism. And 4 months back, there is also another report that is floating around that maybe India and Pakistan players might shake hands. What happened 4 months ago? If that happens, then there is no legitimacy at all when it comes to any institution in India. Players will not be heroes anymore. Board will be what it is, a greedy board. And a government shall not be any of these kinds. So in that way, India versus Pakistan is an example of crony capitalism. It is an example of greed. It is an example of convenience. Fans don't care. Fans don't care what happened in Pulwama. Fans don't care what happened in Pahalgam. Fans don't care what happens in Uri. Fans don't care what has happened in countless other things in Jammu and Kashmir when civilians are killed. They just don't care. Which is why, unfortunately, the nature of our job dictates that we do it. It's unfortunate, but we have to do it. Because if the government doesn't care, if the fans don't care, why should we care? So we will do it. The fans, Janta Janardhan, have told us, please cover this game. We will cover this game. So this is a big, big way in all sense. So yes, India versus Pakistan today, that is the build-up. Then as far as other cricketing news is concerned, it is West Indies versus Nepal, USA versus Namibia. USA are also in with a good chance. Let's make no mistake about it. If Nepal managed to beat West Indies, then boy, oh boy, that group is thrown open entirely. But West Indies are in good form, so they might actually make it. Then when you look at the Ranji Trophy, today is the start of the semi-finals. Karnataka versus Uttarakhand, Bengal versus Jammu and Kashmir. Now, all eyes will be on Mohammad Shami and Akim Navidar in Kalyani. Akim Navidar has been in prime form in the Ranji Trophy, and he's been the prime reason why Jammu and Kashmir have managed to get there. After that, when you look at what has happened in Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Karnataka beating Mumbai is a huge, huge feat. So that's why I think we might see either a Karnataka Bengal final or a Karnataka Jammu Kashmir final. I've got a Jammu and Kashmir final because honestly that would be a good story. I mean, Jammu and Kashmir reaching the final of a Ranji Trophy, winning it, it'll be a story for the ages. Then when you look at what has happened in the world of other sports, the Asian Shooting Championships has ended, and that is why it is a good result for India, but you have to also understand that the Asian Shooting Championships, China was not there, which is why India managed to win that many medals. In the freestyle world championships that is going on, Arjun Erigaisis managed to beat Javokir Sindarov, and that is why now he'll fight for the 5th spot, which is there between him and Hans Niemann. So that is why this is going to be very, very interesting. Yes, it is Magnus Carlsen versus Fabiano Caruana in the final. Then you got Nadirbek Abdusattarov versus Vincent Keimer in the next round that is there. So yes, 3rd and 4th will be Keimer versus Abdusattarov. For the 5th spot, it's going to be Arjun versus Hans Niemann. If Arjun can do well and finish in 5th, great, great moment for him. So yes, that is how the freestyle chess tournament is shaping up. Magnus Carlsen gunning for 21st title. Looks like he could win it. Looks like he can very well win it. Now, I'll take some comments that are happy Mahashivratri on Harar Mahadev. Yeah, nationally happy Mahashivratri to all that is there. And official Speedsky have given the weather update. Arnav was saying, please go check 2 days ago show जब पांडे ने आईडी गायब किया था आपका तो खुशी बहुत मजाक उड़ा रही थी शो पर. Okay, fine. Let मजाक उड़ाए तो मजाक उड़ाने दो यार. You're a great man. Please stay away from these guys. Okay, cool. If they make fun of me, let them make fun of me. I will, at the end of the day, he who laughs last laughs the loudest, and that is why this is going to be a big, big situation. And okay, as I said, I will not read too much into it, but then sure, warning taken, point taken at this point. So yes, thank you, Arnav. Thank you so much for it. Facing 4 quality spinners on Premadasa will not be easy. Yes, it won't be easy. It'll be a sluggish wicket. So let's see. Is it raining? So far, it's not raining. It's not raining at this point in Kamal Kishore, but it might rain. It might rain. Akib Nabi must play for test matches for India. No, Sri Raj. I mean, again, it's too early. Just because you're one good Ranji performance doesn't mean you have to immediately get pushed into the Indian team. It's not the way how it works. What if he doesn't have a good IPL? What if he doesn't have a good IPL? So you have to wait and watch. In WS Australia Emerging Asia Cup 2, I mentioned 5 games today. That's the thing. And Kamal Kishore, I've already mentioned, no need to keep on doing it like a railway announcer. This is the thing. The walk is about the spinners, the talk is about the spinners, but Pacers have been more effective in Premadasa, except in the night game, true wicket. The night game at the Premadasa Stadium, the last time it happened, Sri Lanka versus Ireland. You saw that Tikshana, Hasaranga, Vellalage all got the job. However, the quality of the opponent is such, maybe it got skewed. And आज India को हारनी चाहिए because Pakistan in front of India for next 10 years. See, anything can happen here. Anything can happen. Pakistan, remember, have not won against India in Sri Lanka and white ball for 22 years. Last time they won it was in 2004. Then in 2010 India won, 2012 India won, 2023 India have won. That is the bit. Nitin Patel, will batting first give huge advantage to team who wins toss? Kind of. In Sri Lanka it does at this point. So 21 out of last 28 chase a night on Premadasa have been successful. India should bowl first. But the last game, Ireland couldn't chase. Said we, why we ignore Winter Olympics? Sportsman, it's very simple. There are only 2 athletes who are there. And looking at the facilities and look at where we are at this point in time, looking at whatever is the sporting calendar, we have to ignore the Winter Olympics. See, sportsman, let me tell you a mindset of the Indian bit. If there is no Indian representation, then we will not get views. Simple. We are doing sports which has Indian presence, yet we don't get that much of views. That's because the fans just don't care. The fans just don't care. There will be only 1 or 2 sportsmen, but there can't be 300, 400 sportsmen. Bitter truth. That's how it is at this stage. डर लग रहा है मुझे इंडिया हार तो नहीं जाएगी. And see, even if India lose, be ready for it. It's a game. It's a game after all. So you have to be ready for all bits. Nitin Patel, Surya Kumar Yadav don't have good record with the toss. That is giving me nightmare. Pakistan win toss, they'll bat first in their first minute. Second will be so difficult. Yeah. Anything can happen, Nitin Patel. Anything can happen. It's now up to India to show that why they are the favourites at this point. That's what is the news of 10k condoms used in 3 days in Winter Olympics? Itna stamina in. Well, see, that is something which the organizers and the players have to decide upon it. Well, I can't say much at this point. And are you at Sri Lanka? No, I'm not in Sri Lanka at this point in time, my friend. I wish I was in Sri Lanka, but no, I'm not in Sri Lanka. Dev Pratap Singh, happy Mahashivratri. India Pak ka faltu hai bahut hai. India ऐसे is real match hai. I mean, look, a match is a match, yaar. A match is a match. People, everybody laps it up, and I have to lap it up also. But as I said, this is an exhibition of crony capitalism. It's crony, it's greedy, it's the king at this point. Raj, Saeem Ayub was a top 3 lefty. Yes, Saeem Ayub is key. But then the key factor in this is if you want to target the spinners, it'll be Shivam Dube. He's the key. And Dev Pratap Singh, do you see India versus South Africa final again? Yeah, could happen. Could very well happen. I don't see any other team that will make it. So that is the bit that is there. So yes, today it is India versus Pakistan. Let's see. Our TJ said, you don't look happy today. Why? It is because of this crony capitalism. It's because of this crony exhibition of greed that is there between India and Pakistan. And if there is a report, I am only waiting for 6:30 and 10:30. If India players shake hands with the Pakistan team, that's it. No more supporting anything to do with India or the government of India. Nothing. If it happens. If. Mr. Ghost, no, I'm not in Colombo, but according to our inputs there in Colombo, it's cloudy, it's not started to rain. And please do a round of Para World Badminton. Yes, that's what I'm going to be doing today as well. And your prediction is such bold, Narda was saying. That's a tough one. See, India's start is the favourite, 60-40. I would say 60% advantage India, but India win, but by a very close margin. That's what I would say. India win by a close margin. What about Super 8? Other group will have all the games in Sri Lanka or just Pakistan one? No, the other group will all have it in Sri Lanka, my friend. X will have their games in India. Y will mostly have their games in Sri Lanka. That is the bit that we have got. Darao matare, but I said India could win, but it will be a close game. What is there to be scared about? Again, it's a sport. Anything can happen. You win, you lose. India have been winning. Somewhere a loss has to happen. It can't be one-sided. No, I don't think the pitch will allow it to be one-sided. I don't think. Ketarama doesn't give you that opportunity because it's not an ODI where day different conditions, night different conditions. Here, it's in the night, same conditions. And Karthi Mudli saying, your thoughts on South Africa? Well, they are a good side. I hope they do well. That is the thing. TJ saying both semi-finals will be in India. Wrong. If Pakistan make it to the semi-final, their match will be in Colombo. That's why on March 4, when you look at it, it's TBC. Confirmed. It to be confirmed. If Pakistan don't make it to the semi-final, then both semi-finals will be in India. If Pakistan make it to the semi-final, their match will be in Colombo. And weather update, please. Raider is saying, again, cloudy, not yet started to rain. It is not happening. No, Arnav, we don't do watch-alongs in STR. Hard, we don't get to do other stuff also. So that's why. Suyog Kulkarni, the Spark team looks more confident, but if India gives their 80%, I think India will win. Sure, I mean, India do hold an advantage. There's 7-1 and 13-3 overall. So, yes, that is the thing. Should T20 World Cup be played over 4 years? Yes, true, it should be, but I'm not the one to make the decision, it's the ICC. So, Usman is a real threat. See, he's like every other player. So, he's like every other. Treat him with equal respect and plan accordingly. But he's not a X factor who might run through the opponent. First time India playing Pakistan without Roko in 19 years. Yeah, somewhere it had to happen, Akash. So, thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this morning wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.